Welcome back to 12 News at 5. D-backs baseball back on 12 News tonight. D-backs opening up a series against the Reds right in the thick of the wild card race as we get set to almost be in September. It is almost that time of the year, and joining us right now is the skipper, D-backs manager Torey Lovullo. Skip, it's good to see you.
What's up? How's life?
It's good. How are you doing?
I'm good. The cost of living in France is up a little bit right now.
Did you know that?
We're all good.
I did not, but now I know.
We're good, but I appreciate it. It's always great to be with you guys.
Yeah, it's always great to have you. Torey, let's just get right to it.
Yeah.
You met with Ketel Marte yesterday.
Yep.
I heard comments from earlier when you were meeting with the media. You got some things off your chest.
Yeah.
What did you say? How'd the meeting go? What did y'all decide?
Yeah, it went really good. Mike ran point on it, and then I was able to say a few things, and I had a lot on my mind, as I'm sure you guys can imagine. And I want to keep the contents of that conversation private. It's between me and Ketel, and things that were said needed to be said in both directions. And I just, I love and respect him on a level that is hard for a lot of people to understand. Sometimes I feel like there's some insensitivities with people that don't know what's going on inside of the athlete's mind. And that's not just in our dugout and our clubhouse. It's in every sport. Baseball's hard. Sports are hard. Sure. And sometimes players get down on themselves and they need a little assistance. So it was a very productive meeting. He's placed on the IL. Hopefully in 10 days after that stint, we get him back and he helps us win baseball games.
Did he apologize to you guys, and will he apologize to the team?
I think that's the plan. We asked for that, and we want that to happen before he comes back into this stadium and this venue and plays with his teammates again. So yes, that is something that we've asked for.
It seems like you're handling it in-house, but
Yep.
the speculation, the conversation on social media around the fan base it's very prevalent. What would be your message to the fans who might be, I guess, turning on Ketel Marte based on this last week? What can you tell them about the situation and how they can respond as season ticket holders, members who are wearing his number? What do you say to the fans?
Please don't. He is an unbelievable human being. He's a great father, husband, and happens to be a really good baseball player. And sometimes people make decisions that you regret. And I think that's something that he expressed, that he maybe made it a little bit of a bad decision. And he needs our love right now. He needs our support right now. And if I can forgive him and move off of it, I feel like the rest of this baseball community can. And he, once again, there's a lot of insensitivity built around these athletes sometimes, and I just wish the fans knew how hard it was and what they went through on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, there's the human element that people kind of forget about a lot of the time.
Totally.
Torey, can you say what caused this?
Yeah, probably a little misunderstanding and a lot of frustration on Ketel's part. Wasn't feeling great with his knee. Admittedly, we handled it wrong. And I know it's been written, and I'll echo what's been written, not necessarily what's been said. When you're hurt, you come in and get treatment, and I think he failed to do that. So there was a little bit of a lack of a communication that kind of led to this and amplified it, and he just felt so frustrated that he needed to step away.
All right, so you are a guy, Torey, who's so great at communicating.
Yeah.
And your players echo that all the time. So
Yeah.
what did you tell the team? What do you tell the team now and help them move forward? Because there's really no time to dwell on this. If Ketel Marte, when he comes back, that's great, but you guys are in the thick of a playoff race.
Yeah, we are, and I'm proud of the guys for that. So what I said to him in Boston after the game 11-1 loss, it wasn't a session where I go in there and rant and rave. Typically I do that 2 or 3 times a year where I get super frustrated, and I got to remember that our standard is here and I got to get them there. This was more of an awareness, like where are we right now? We're standing in a spot that's pretty special, and if you were to tell me in spring training we would be in this spot, sign me up. Of course we don't want to be in first place, but we're not. We're right in the middle of this. And I said that the talent is our floor. Our ceiling will be determined by our character. So what we do from this point forward, how we group up and come together, will determine how far we can take this. And we got 26 dogs in this room, and that's all I care about. I want to go out there with you guys every day and watch what you can do and watch this magic happen.
I have one more on Ketel. Do you expect him to play this year again for the D-backs?
I do.
Okay.
I do. And I feel very strongly that some of the questions that were asked and some of the answers that were given, he's going to be a very hungry player.